Hi, I'm Susan.
And I'm Kyle.
And today we're going to share some SDAIE strategies with you. We're going to share two SDAIE strategies that could be used in a lesson about ratios presented to 6th grade students. The first strategy that we're going to demonstrate it's from the TPR category where you use total physical response. And we're calling it two sides of the board. It's a variation on the four corners idea. And Kyle's going to explain it to you.
So I would call up the students and have them, for our anticipatory set, come up, and if we had more students, we would use more of the board. And I would say who enjoys pizza or burritos, and then have them decide which side they'd be on. Then I mark it up here, 2 to 1. Then I would say who would rather go surfing or learn to do surfing or learn how to snowboard. And then we'd have everyone switch, and then it would be 2 to 1. And then I would ask them who enjoys traveling on vacation or who would rather stay home. And then we could just write the numbers 2 to 1. So then I would ask the class, do they realize what they just created? And then I would go over how they created a ratio. It wouldn't be as simple as this. It'd be more numbers, and I'd be able to explain it better by saying 2 out of 2 people like pizza versus 1 who likes burritos. And then I would do the same for surfing and snowboarding and kind of introduce the ratio part of it.
The thing that makes this strategy good for English language learners is it's very visual, they can get up and move, and we're using fairly simple vocabulary, pizza and burritos, and they get to sort of vote with their feet what side they want to be on. And that leads then to the teacher having a chance to just talk about ratios and comparing one number to another. After they have done this human ratio creation part of the lesson, we would send the students back to their tables where they would work in small groups with their table partners to create as many ratios as they can, make a list of ratios that they see in the classroom. So we would help them kind of get started by maybe suggesting they would compare number of girls to boys or number of clocks to windows, and have them spend some time creating some ratios as a group. Then that would lead to the second strategy.
Hi, we are Ben and Jerry. Maybe you've had our ice cream before. What's your favorite? Mine's Chunky Monkey. Okay, now students are finished with making their ratios, and we are going to pick one person from each group to come up and write down 2 of their favorite ratios. The next group cannot duplicate the same ratio, so that way we'll have all unique different ratios. And playing bingo is really good for the ELs. First of all, everything is visual in the classroom ratio, so that way if an EL doesn't understand what a short sleeve or a long sleeve is, their partner can help them. This is good practice for ELs to speak, to hear, writing down the ratios, because each group will have their own list of ratios. And this is a great cooperative learning activity for the EL students.
All right, so we're doing ratio bingo. And how we would do it, we're going to do a 9-fold for the bingo board. It doesn't have to be 9-fold, but for this lesson it is. And what we would do is, once the students have folded the paper into 9 sections, we'll have them write down to fill every slot with a ratio or a term, just any example they have up on the board. Fill every spot, and they also get a bingo slot, which is a free slot. And they can put any of those anywhere on the board. And basically you can do several types of bingo games. You can do multiple games with whatever time you have left in the classroom. And the way you would do it would be like you could just say boys, 2 boys to 2 girls, and then they would put a piece down if they have that on their bingo board. Or you could say what ratio windows to doors, and so they would look and try to see, okay, I have the windows and doors, it's 4 to 2. Or I could say what is the term for comparing 2 numbers? Ratio. Okay, so they'll put a piece down there. Or what are different ways of writing ratios? And kind of right here, they would see that and be able to put a piece down there. So when we're done, bell rings, class is over. This would be their exit ticket, the bingo board would be, so they'd put their name on there, and they'd turn this into the teacher, and that would be their exit ticket out of the class. They're done with the lesson. And that would be ratio bingo.